Anyway, boom. Let's go with this. I love setting things up in studio mode now. It's so effective. What are we gonna do? This looks kind of squished. Yeah, okay, it was like pulled out. We don't want that. I feel like this looks weird. My aspect ratio is not that. Anyway, let's build... Hello? Oh, that's why. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. That, of course, makes sense. Okay, let's do adding nisters, because why not? Like, why the heck not? We can just, like, talk about adding nisters, because I want to get back into adding nisters. What are we gonna do? We're going to call this deck adding nister. Obviously. Save as. And then clear everything. Sunder, tell me this archetype I know nothing about. Yes, we are here. Welcome to my TED Talk. I am here to talk to you about the Cyberse archetype known as Attignister. They're very much like DDDs. Different dimensional demons. That's an Arc V deal. Basically, they're an archetype that pulls off all of the summoning methods. And Attignisters just does it, but also includes links and doesn't include pendulums. Because pendulums don't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. Dynamist Spinos is not on the screen right now. Pendulums never existed and do not exist. I don't know what you're talking about. Arc V isn't a thing. Anyway, pendulum best deck. Attignisters are a deck. Also, I love the fact that I just have, if I scroll fast enough, you can see Shuri there. Okay, I'm just gonna type in something random, and you're gonna look at the top left, and you're gonna see my ID card. There we go. You can like kind of see it. It used to be really effective on my old computer when it couldn't load anything, but now my computer is too fast, and so I never get to look at my ID card. But I made it anyway. Attignisters are a Cyberse archetype, which means they're techie. Sunder, I'm getting mixed signals. Are pendulums a myth or the best? Well, okay, so here's the deal, if we're being real. Pendulums were introduced as like the main deal for Arc V. And Konami doesn't like to support them. I think we all think that Konami regrets making pendulums, which is fair, they're weird. They don't really make a whole lot of sense, and they're difficult to design around. So after Arc V, Konami just kind of like stopped supporting pendulums. We've gotten like one pendulum archetype after Arc V ended, which is weird. Like particularly with all the retro support that we've been getting lately, we've just been getting like no pendulum anything. We've gotten like maybe 3 one-off pendulums, pendulum related things, and then one pendulum archetype that doesn't even really pendulum too much, I don't think. I don't know, it's weird, but they're cute ladies, so they sell. Anyway, there's a guy named Triff Gaming, and he thinks pendulum is best deck, and it's a huge meme that he just says pendulum is pen best deck. And it's great, because all the pendulum fans can just get behind Triff Gaming and be like, pen best deck. And I'm right there with them, because I love Dynamists. Anyway, Attignisters. Okay, so you're playing 3 Picari. Duh. Probably at least 2 Doyon. Maybe 2 Bururu. 3 Achichi, definitely. Maybe 1 Hiyari. Maybe 1 Doshin. Maybe 1 Earth Golem. You might not necessarily play Leviathan, but you probably want a Winged Pegasus. You want a light dragon. You want the arrival. Fire Phoenix honestly might be good while we're waiting for... What is the card? It's a Code Talker, technically. It's the one that's like the combination between the Vrain's main guy and his bestie friend that he met and then just became best friends with. This one, Decode Talker Heat Soul. This is an OCG exclusive card, and I am waiting on bated breath for us to get this card in the TCG because it will break Adignisters. Not necessarily break them, but like, oh, it's nice. It'll be the thing that makes Adignisters just that little bit better. I'm so ready. I feel like once we get that, I might seriously consider it. Consider, like, playing the deck? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, here's the deal. So Adignisters, they basically use Adignister Island. Adignister Island. Actually, I think maybe it's just Ignister Island. Yeah, okay, so it's the eye spell and traps. You technically don't need to run a stupid amount of Adignister Islands anymore. Maybe 2. You always want Adignister Island, but the deal is we have the link that searches the field spell. That is a thing that happens. And we got one for Adignisters. It wasn't in the anime, we just got it. And I appreciate the heck out of it. Dark Infant. What a name. I love it. Anyway, it searches the field spell, so we don't necessarily need 3 field spells, but it might be nice to have if you want to run Eye Contact, which lets you draw 3, which is an insane phrase that you'd never hear on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Normally, if it's draw 2, it's banned. But somehow we have a draw 3 card in Adignister. The bigger deal is I Met You. I Met You is a pretty new card, and it lets you search. You reveal a Cyberse monster with 2,300 attack in your hand or extra deck. Add one Adignister monster with the same attribute from your deck to your hand. During the end phase of this turn, take 2,300 damage if you did not special summon the revealed monster, or a monster with the same name after you resolve this effect. So, what the deal there is, we frequently either want to search Picari, which searches us a spell, or Achichi. Achichi is definitely the better choice because it searches you a monster. And if you use Achichi, then you can search Picari, and then you can summon Picari and get your spell search. So you basically always want to go for Achichi. The deal is, our Link monster, our 2,300 Fire Link monster, is Fire Phoenix Adignister, and it's not great. On the other hand, and doesn't it require 3 monsters? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's cool. But what we have here is Decode Talker Heat Soul is significantly better. 2 Cyberse monsters with different attributes. That is Adignister's bread and butter. Cyberse with different attributes is their deal. It gains 500 attack for each monster it points to. We don't care about that, but quick effect, you can pay 1,000 life points, draw 1 card. Then, if your life points are 2,000 or less, you can banish this card from the field, and if you do, special a link through your lower Cyberse monster from your extra deck. Except Decode Talker Heat Soul. So, quick effect, you can pay 1,000 and draw a card is great. You can generally always just pay 1,000 and draw a card. That's like generally always an effect that's live, which is great. We love that for Adignisters. We love that for any deck. Just free draw. Love it. But on top of that, if your life points are 2,000 or less, you can banish this card. Sure, fine. We probably weren't summoning it in the first place, but if we are, sure. If we have 2,000 or less life points, we can banish it and special summon a link through your lower Cyberse from the extra deck. Our whole extra deck is Cyber's Lynx. We can summon like anything with this dang thing. It's great. It's actually useful in the deck, even though you're probably not even gonna summon it. On top of that, it's your Fire Link 3 2300 attack. It doesn't even need to be Link 3, it's just a Fire 2300 attack extra deck monster that's Cyberse, that's all you need. And that, having it just putting one in your extra deck, means you can take I Met You and immediately search Achichi. Which is like, that's the play. That's what you want. It doesn't really impact the deck too much, because you're probably not summoning Heat Soul that often, but it's way more playable than Fire Phoenix is. So, that's the deal. Sunder, I wonder if the Aramage Pendulum will come to Duel Links. We have an Aramage Pendulum? Hello? Wait, Aramage Pendulum? I didn't know that existed. Wait, what is it? I'm looking it up right now. I don't see anything. I see fake cards. I wonder if Animated Pendulum is... Oh, Aromaseraphie Jasmine. I want to say that card is already in Duel Links. Let me check. Aroma... Is that a sing? I think the Aromaseraphs are normally extra deck monsters. Oh, it's the Link. Okay, it's not Pendulum, it's Link. That's fair. Huh. It's a Link 2, down, left, and right, duh. 2 plant monsters if your life points are higher than your opponent's. This card and any plant monsters it points to cannot be destroyed by battle. You can tribute 1 monster this card points to, special a plant from your deck in defense position. That's cool. You can only use this effect of Aromaseraphie Jasmine once per turn. Once per turn, if you gain life points, add a plant from your deck to your hand. Yeah, that's pretty cool. If we get it, it won't be for another year, at least. Because that's Links, and I don't know how they're going to add Links to Duel Links because they need a new zone, and we don't have that zone. We'll see how Pendulums go, because Pendulums might get a new zone too, and if they do, then we'll probably know how Links go. But right now, Jasmine is way not on the table. So anyway, what else? We need, what's the other card that I was, like, looking at as a replacement for Fire Phoenix? I think it's the Xyz, yes. Salamangreat Blaze Dragon is also totally a great one that I would appreciate if they just give it to us in the TCG. It's been... Vrains is over. Like, please. Vrains is over. I don't know. Salamangreat Blaze Dragon is a card that was... It was an Xyz monster used by Soulburner. The boy, the myth, the legend, who just had to be that good. Sunder, it's just a duel. I'm not sure... Wait, I can't believe they sold me Duel Links minus Links. It's just Duel, right? Okay, it was so weird because Duel Links came out like right when Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains was happening, which made us suspicious because Duel Links talks about Links and we were getting Link monsters, but Link monsters were definitely not in Duel Links. It was a weird time, we were confused. But yeah, Blaze Dragon. It's a Fire Cyberse with 2300 attack, that's all we need. What it does is 2 level 4 monsters. That's playable, because we have Light Dragon Ignister, which has the exact same requirements. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, detach 1 material from it instead, so it can survive a little bit longer. Not super useful within the, like, upper metagame. During the battle phase, like, it's nice, but it's not gonna improve your plays. If this card has no material quick effect, you can special summon it from your extra deck. Special summon from your extra deck 1 Salamangreat Xyz monster using this face-up card you control as material. you're probably not summoning Mirage Stalio. Even though I think that's the better Xyz monster in Salamangreats, right? Maybe? I don't know. This is treated as an Xyz summon. Transports materials to the summoned monster. You can only use this effect with Salamangreat Blaze Dragon once per turn. If this card is Xyz summoned using Salamangreat Blaze Dragon, that's the deal. As material, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. That is wildly unuseful. Like, come on. Come on. You're saying this monster has to be almost destroyed, not once, but twice. 2 times. You have to detach a material each time, and then you have to wait for it to become your turn, and then you can Xyz summon the same exact monster on top of the same monster. All so you can destroy one card on the field. That's nothing. Ah. Exhaustion. And the fact that I thought that was better than Fire Phoenix. Let's see what Fire Phoenix does. 2 Cybers. During damage calculation, if this card attacks, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to this card's attack. And if you do, your opponent takes no battle damage from that battle. Sure. If this card, you can inflict damage, and then they take no battle damage. So you're basically dealing damage through burn. If this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. During the next standby phase after this Link summon card was destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon it from your graveyard. The deal here is it's supposed to work with Achichi. Achichi has an effect that says, at the end of the damage step, when your Cyber's monster battles, you can banish this card, destroy that monster you control. You can only use this effect of Achichi at Ignister once per turn. Sure. I believe the deal here is that you attack in with Fire Phoenix, you activate Fire Phoenix's effect. Fire Phoenix deals burn damage. Then you trigger Achichi in the graveyard, and what Achichi does is it destroys Fire Phoenix, but you still deal the damage. But now you don't have your Fire Phoenix, and it gets resummoned next turn, but that's super slow. So Fire Phoenix isn't, like, very useful in Ad Ignister. It's one of the best bets, though. The only other deal we have is, like, the Code Talker. There's a Fire Code Talker, of course. We need an access code. Give me an access code. We have a Fire Code Talker called Power Code Talker, and it is in the TCG. But it requires 3 monsters instead of 2. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster on the field, negate that target's effect until the end of this turn. So it's a negate, sure. Once per turn, if this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, you contribute 1 monster this card points to. This card's attack becomes double its original attack during damage calculation only. Sure, but where are you getting those monsters? Because you needed 3 monsters to summon this thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's playable, but it's not a great end board. So why would you do it? But it is a Fire 2300 attack extra deck monster that's Cyberse, which is what we need. I think it's still the best play to run Fire Phoenix right now until we get Heat Soul. Sender, I would make a joke about talkers, but it would be too obscure. Are you talking about... Please tell me you're talking about, was it just called Talkers? The anime, what was that called? The one with the music by Jin. Talkers. No. I remember. I'm dumb. It's called Listeners, not Talkers. That was an anime. I tried to watch it. I couldn't get through it. Anyway, we run 3 I Met You, because it's really good. What else? I like to run 1 Gachichi at Ignister. It's the shield. It's big. The first time each Cyberus monster you control will be destroyed by a card effect this turn. It is not destroyed. You can only use the following effects once per turn. You can target a Cyberus effect monster you control and negate its effects, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. Goldie the Fox rated with a 1. Hello! Welcome! How are you doing? Welcome raiders. How is everyone doing? Today was my birthday. This is the very last segment in a stream deal. I've been streaming since 10 a.m. my time, and it is now 11 p.m. Oh, thank you, Sunder, for the shout out. Yeah, check out Goldie the Fox. How's it going? I haven't heard of you. What's your deal? What do you do? I'm intrigued. Twitch. Where's Twitch? It's taking me to Twitter. They're so similar. Gonna pull up my chat and click the link. Alrighty. Oh, Duel Links. That makes sense. How was Duel Links today? I haven't actually played Duel Links in a while. I am here to... Oh, wait. I should say that I'm not on Duel Links. Change this to... Adignisters are cool. We're literally just talking about Adignisters. It would help if I could spell Yu-Gi-Oh right. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. Alright, we're updated. Adignisters, that's it, that's the stream. Yes, hello Goldie. How was Duel Links today? I'm assuming that's what you played? That's what it looks like. Sunder, Shuri beat up her moderator in Duel Links. Yeah, I was dueling, Sunder and me were dueling, and I won a few times. Goldie, my stream went okay, but I hate my phone because making my stream audio issue. But anyway, I'm heading out now. Okay. Yeah, streaming through your phone can be rough. I used to do that. It's difficult though. It's tricky to set up, but there are ways to set it up. But yeah, thank you for stopping by and rating. I hope you have a great night. But yes, back to Adignisters. I like to play one Gachiri because it lets you protect a Cyberus on the field if you use it as link material. But it's searchable using another card, which I believe is Hiyari. Yes, if you control an Adignister monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. We love that. You contribute one other Cyberus monster, add a level 5 or higher Adignister from your deck to your hand. That's pretty cool. It's meant to work with Leviathan Dragon. Water Leviathan Adignister. Because it's a ritual, and you ritual summon in this deck. I can't believe there's a ritual in this deck. It's actually almost playable if you use Cyberus Witch. Which I do like Cyberus Witch. I feel like I generally don't play the ritual variant, but it is a deal that you can use. I instead typically go for the Gachiri search because it lets you protect a link monster, and it's basically just something as one of the few other things you can search off of Hiyari, so it's nice. Donmari Adignister is a deal. I don't exactly know. It's supposed to be to set up your end board for the rival Adignister, which is your huge hecking Link 6. I don't exactly know how it works yet, because it's new and I haven't played with it yet. No one plays Donya Rebo. It's basically like a weird burn thing, and it helps protect you from damage, which really isn't impactful in the metagame. And at least 2 Dark Templar. Dark Templar is good. It facilitates a lot of your summoning, Give me Dark Infant. We want 2 Dark Infants, and we want a Lingarebo. Not Lung. Lingarebo. We want at least 1 Lingarebo. I feel like Lingarebo is kind of outclassed by Dark Infant now, because it's like just Dark Infant's just generally a better Link 1, I think. But Lingarebo is pretty good. When your opponent activates a spell or trap, you contribute this card, negate its effect. So it is a negate. That is nice. It's nice to have it on board sometimes. And if you do, banish it, which is nice too, because graveyard effects are prevalent. If this card is in your graveyard, quick effect. Exactly, it's got a graveyard effect. You contribute 1 Adagnister that was specialed from the extra deck. Special summon this card. So you can basically, like, play it over an extra deck monster that you have that's Adagnister. Which is not always the best play, but sometimes you'd prefer that negate. So it's just an option. Canuck Druid. Kuriboh only works when you have Multiply. I have not been up to date with Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, this is like, it's not even Kuriboh, it's like... These are just like Kuriboh variants that aren't even related to Kuriboh. Sunder, goddamn Euribos. Exactly, there's so many. This archetype gets 2 Euribos. That's wild. I don't think any other archetype, if it's just like weird like this, just gets 2 Euribos. Besides, like, maybe Yuma? Yuma gets Rainbow Kuriboh and Volt Kuriboh. Kurivolt. Yeah, so he gets 2 Kuribos too, which is weird, but whatever. Sunder, and there's a new Eurebo that's not in the TCG yet. It's very adorable. Yeah, I love it. It's the Dark Magician one, right? Magic Kuriboh, hell yeah. Magic Kuriboh is so heckin' cute. There he is! Look at my boy! I adore him! I have never had such a visceral reaction to something that was so blatantly DM pandering. I've never watched a DM, but like this boy cute. I love him so much. Sunder, you know, as if Dark Magician needed more support. I mean, he kind of does. With the metagame that we have now, to make Dark Magician playable, you kind of need it. You don't really need it in Duel Links. He's better in Duel Links. Canuck, sure, he is a comfy tuber now. Is this stream comfy for you? Sunder, is this stream comfy for you too? Wait, really? Is this a comfy stream? Wait, oh my god. I would never pin this as a comfy stream. I am just like going on no slow about adding Nisters for no reason. Why is this comfy? Okay, well anyway. What else do we get? What else do we get? We need eye stuff. Because we also have Spell and Traps. Yeah, we have 2 Dark Adagnister. We have 2 Dark Infants. I don't think we're gonna run Eye Contact. As much as it's great to have Draw 3. We can see. I mean, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna actually be playing this deck. But maybe one I Love Fusion. Maybe we're not gonna play the Ritual spell. We do want 3 Idol Reborn because that's just a free monster reborn. It's great and it's a quick play spell. This deck has stupid cards. Like this deck is ready to be broken. I love it and this is why I love this deck. Idol Reborn is a quick play Reborn, where you just special a monster from grave. That's great. You can do it whenever. You can do it your turn. You can set the card and do it on your opponent's turn. You probably won't do that, but since it's quick play, I think you can use it higher up in the chain of like when you can resolve things. That you can use it to respond to things is the deal. A normal spell wouldn't be able to do that because it's not at the higher spell speed. Sunder, I have been trying to build a Dark Magician deck in Duel Links, but some cards are hard to get. Yeah, there's a lot of Duel Links Dark Magician cards that are just spread around everywhere because we've gotten so much Dark Magician support over the many years of Duel Links that I'm sorry to anyone who wants to try to put together a Dark Magician deck. What do we get? TIE Strike is not super useful. Yuan Dai, I think maybe one. It's searchable, so that's something. If a Cyberse monster with 2300 original attack is special summon, you can activate one of these effects based on the attribute of the monster on the field. Earth and Water. Have the attack of one face-up monster on the field until the end of the turn. Not super effective, but also the water one is the ritual and we're not playing that. If a Cyberse monster with 2300 attack, do we have another Link with 2300 attack that's water? I really don't think so. So we're really not getting that off. We might be using Earth Golem. Earth Golem is a 2300 attack. It fits the deal that's being asked for, but it's probably not super useful. Wind and Light, negate the effect of one face-up card on the field until the end of the turn. That is useful. And you're generally always summoning the Wind or Light Adignisters because they're probably the best. Fire and Dark, special summon an Adignister token. You can only use this effect of Yuan Dai once per turn. Oh, once per each attribute. Wait. Oh, once per each attribute. So you can use 3 effects if you have all those attributes. That is kind of useful, because particularly the Dark Adignister is really meant for special summoning, and if you just get an Adignister token, that's useful. Big useful for Link summons. So, I would put that as a 1, because it is searchable with Picari. I think. I don't think Ice Show is that good from what my knowledge is. When a monster's opponent declares... When an opponent's monster declares an attack while you control a Link 3 or higher, add a Ignister monster in the extra monster zone. Special any number of non-Link Cyberse monsters with 2300 from your extra deck whose total attack is less than or equal to the attacking monster's attack. Then ends the battle phase. That's wild. If they declare an attack while you control a Link 3 or higher at Ignister, specifically in the EMZ, special any number of non-Link Cyberse with 2300 attack from your extra deck, whose total attack is less than or equal to the attacking monster's attack. So the deal here is you're probably only getting, like, unless they're doing... Unless your opponent's monster has 4,600 attack, you're only specialing one thing off this card. So you better make it count. And, like, there's not that many options. You have Light Dragon and Ignister, but it requires materials. If you special summon a Light Dragon and Ignister, you can. Light Dragon at Ignister? Go ahead. Make my day. But you won't have any material to use. You can't detach a material from this card to destroy a face-up monster your opponent controls. When a Cyberse monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can special one Link monster from your graveyard. So, that requires inflicting battle damage, which probably isn't happening. Probably not. So that's not super useful. We also have Wind Pegasus, which, like, does negate stuff, I think. During the main phase, you can destroy spell and traps your opponent controls up to the number of Adignister monsters you control. So it helps for board clearing. If another card you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, while this card is in the field or in the graveyard, you can banish it. Then target one card your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. I didn't comprehend that at all. Not the slightest bit. If this card you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, while this card is in the field or in the graveyard, you can banish this card. That doesn't make any sense. I'm sure it works, but you can banish this card, then target one card your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. Give me one moment. If another card you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect. Oh, if another card... While this card is on the field or in the graveyard, so it could be either. You can banish it, then target a card your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. Is that useful? Is that even useful? I'm honestly not sure. If another card you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can shuffle one of their cards into the deck. But you still lose your card. And you lose your Wind Pegasus if it's on the field, which it probably is, because you just special summoned it with Ice Show. So that's not super useful. And Earth Golem is, like, really not good. If it's fusions, you can take no damage for the rest of the turn, but if you're using Ice Show, you're not fusioning it. This card attacks a monster that was specialed. This card gains attack equal to the original attack during the battle step only. This card is destroyed by battle. You can target a Cerberus in your graveyard. Special it. That's not helpful at all. So Ice Show is, like, not super useful. I don't think I Challenge You is that good either. Or IQ. Or Ice Shadow. They're traps, so they're not great. It's just how it works. Canuck, this is pretty ASMR. Is it really? Sunder, a Yu-Gi-Oh! ASMR. I mean, I'm really just reading a lot of cards and talking about things I know about Adignisters. But I can imagine how it would feel like that. Honestly, kind of cool. I'm here for it. I haven't done one of these streams in a while, so... Alright, so what else? We have generic Code Talker stuff. Sunder, okay fine, I'll make an obscure joke. Hell yeah. There's an Access Code Talker and a Trans Code Talker, but what about the Navajo Code Talker? Huh? I do not understand. Feel free to explain. But yes, we need Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker is the boy. The man. He's good. He basically lets you clear boards by ditching Cerberus in your graveyard with different types, which you have a lot of. I think they have to be Link monsters too. This card gains attack equal to the monster's Link rating that was used for its Link summon. One of them that was used for its Link summon, times 1000. Which is great if you're using Transcode, because then you can target it and get 3000, I think. Which makes this 53,000. It's big. It gets real big. Then you can banish a Link monster and you're on the field or in your graveyard, destroy a card your opponent controls. Also for the rest of this turn, you cannot banish monsters with the same attribute to activate this effect, except effect of access code. So that means you get to use this effect 6 times in a turn, possibly even 7. Wait, no. Wait, maybe? Hold on. You can banish one Link monster from your field or graveyard. Destroy one card your opponent controls. Holy shit, you can use this 7 times. Because, let's just take a moment here. Dark Infant Adignister can change its type to literally anything. Quick effect, you can move this card to your monster zone this card points to, then you can change its attribute until the end of this turn. The fun thing about that is a lot of people like to pick Divine, because there are no Divine Adignisters, so it means that there's not going to be overlap. But the fact that you can banish from the field means that you can use Access Code Talker 7 different times in Adignisters. Wild. In one turn. Roasty, ooh, welcome back. How's it been? Was that the Secret War Code thingy? Secret War Code thingy. I'm not sure what that is. Is that like something to do with Rain's lore? But yes. So that is fascinating that I didn't even realize that you could use access code 7 times in this deck. Normally, you can't do that. We need Splash Mage. I'm pretty sure Slash Mage isn't 2300 attack. If it was, that'd be nice. No, it's 1100. We need one. They're useful. Splash Mage just helps you link climb. You can target one Cybers monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, but negate that boy's effects. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Cybers monsters, so this boy locks you into Cybers monsters, which is fine if you're playing Edignisters because all you play is Cybers monsters. For the most part. So you run him, because he basically means you get to climb into a Link 3. And your Link 3 is trans. He's trans. That's it, you get no context. I love the trans archetype. Here we go. All the trans... Ooh. Wait, no. She's not a trans archetype member. A number of these just have trans, as in, like, probably transfer. The Xyz monsters would. Trans Cicada is part of the trans archetype. It's got rainbow RGBs. It's very gay. I'm here for it. Transforming Sphere. That's a thing. Transonic Bird. That's a new one for the trans archetype. FA Motorhome Transport. Don't mind me, I'm just dumb. Arsenal Zeus? Oh, transfer, because they're Xyz monsters. Xyz monsters, transfer! So, what I want is specifically the Link monster. We are like way past monsters. Yeah, we have two trans Link monsters, and I love them both equally. We have the Trans Mask Transcode Talker. He's big and bulky and has big shoulder pads because he is Trans Mask. And then we have Geonator Transverser. Obviously the trans femme. Look at her go! Look at her ball gown! I love it. I love her. She's great. We don't run Transverser, sadly, but Transcode Talker is great in this deck. Basically, you use 2 Adignisters to go into Splash Mage, which is a Link 2. Then Splash Mage summons one of your Adignisters from the graveyard. Then you use Splash Mage and that Adignister to summon Transcode Talker because it only needs 2+ effect monsters. Then, Transcode Talker has this great effect. You can target one Link 3 or lower Cybers Link monster in your graveyard, except Transcode, and special summon it to a zone this card points to. And because of its zone placement, you will always have a zone this card points to. Unless you have something occupying the zone. But, anyway, you can just summon the Splash Mage back. And that's great. And then you can go into a Link 4. Or technically a Link 5, but generally you're not. Let me catch up with chat though. Sunder, Code Talkers were people employed by the US military during World War II to use little known languages as means of secret communication. Whoa, interesting. They employed hundreds of Native Americans, and the most prolific being the Navajo Code Talkers. I like that. Thank you for explaining that. That's so cool. Roasty, I think I saw a movie about that. Sunder, yes, they made a movie about it. Interesting. And there was like 2 Navajo blokes at the end, and they were trying to keep them alive. That movie goes back. I don't think I've ever heard of that movie. To be honest. The Code Talkers The Code Talkers also developed a dictionary of 211 terms for military words and names that didn't originally exist in the Navajo language. Ah, so they took the Navajo's homework and made it theirs, is what you're saying. Okay, so what else do we need? We need X cross? I think it's cross. I think it has cross in its name, but it's spelled with an X. What is this card? It's Cyberse. I can't believe I don't know what this card is. Wait. What is that? Crusty Bug? It's Lady Debugger, but dude. What is that? Hold on. Dark Cyberse. If you control 2 or more Link monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Manageable, I guess? During damage calculation, if your Link monster battles an opponent's Link monster... Oh, that's tough. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a Link monster in your graveyard. Your battling monster cannot be destroyed by battle, also until the end of the turn. It gains attack equal to that target's attack. So it's kind of just like setup. Sure. Sender, no, backwards. The Navajos expanded their own language. Oh, okay, interesting. Having to invert Navajo equals equivalence to the military words and names. For example, there was no existing Navajo word for submarine, so the Code Talkers agreed to use the term Beshlo, which translates to iron fish. I love that. Iron fish. I don't remember what this card is called. Give me one moment. What is the card? Wait, no, I can just like, why am I gonna search it when I can just search it? Category, monster, attribute, debatable, type, absolutely a Cyberse. There it is. We got that boy, Parallel Exceed. Okay, Parallel Exceed is really great. Parallel Exceed, like, makes this deck. Partially. It's one of, like, the really big playmakers. Ha! Pun intended. Here's what it does. If this card is special summoned by the effect of Parallel Exceed, trust me, we'll get there. Its level becomes 4, and its original attack and defense becomes halved. You can only use each of the following effects of Parallel Exceed once per turn. If you Link Summon, you can special this card from your hand to a zone the Link monster points to. If this card is normal or specialed, you can special summon one Parallel Exceed from your deck. That sounds weird, but I will explain it for you in basic terms. Basically, if you Link Summon a monster with this card in your hand, you can say, oh, hi, hello there, friend. I have a Parallel Exceed in my hands right here, and I would like to special summon it to the board. And so you special summon it to the board. And then, after that, it special summon it from your hand to a zone this Link monster points to. This card is special summoned by the effect of Parallel Exceed. Its level becomes 4. So, here's the deal. You're special summoning it using its own effect, which means you're special summoning it using Parallel Exceed. So by the rules, when it's special summoned by its own effect, it becomes a level 4 monster with 1,000 attack and 1,000 defense. That's fine, because after that, you get to say, hey, this card was special summoned to my field. I can special summon one Parallel Exceed from my deck as well. And so you just Link summoned and got 2 cards on the field for free. Basically. Yeah, legitimately, like, for free. It's wild. So, you pull a second Parallel Exceed straight out of your deck, slap it on the board, specialed by Parallel Exceed, different Parallel Exceed this time, but it becomes level 4, 1,000 attack, 1,000 defense. Doesn't matter. You're using it for an Exceed summon probably, or a Link summon. Either way, it's gonna be wildly useful to you. And that is Parallel Exceed. It makes this deck really good, and you always want your Parallel Exceed. There is a way, I believe, to search it. I believe that is 4Mud Skipper. 4Mud Skipper is a level 1 light Cyberse fish. He's not a fish, he's a Cyberse. But during the main phase, you can reveal a Link monster in your extra deck, and if you do, revealing something this turn, you can treat this card as Link material with the same type attribute as a revealed monster. That doesn't matter. If this card is sent to the graveyard as Link material, you can add a level 5 or higher Cyberse from your deck to your hand. We like the sound of that. That means we get to search our level 8 Parallel Exceed. So we run 3/4 Mud Skipper, but also 1/1. Oh, it's not searching because I have it set to monsters. There we go. One for one is limited to 1, and for good reason. It's thematically relevant. No, here's the deal. 1 for 1, you can send a monster from your hand to the graveyard and special 1 level 1 monster from your hand or deck. Now that seems kind of sucky, don't you think? You've got a spell card in your hand, and you are going to ditch a monster in your hand. That's 2 cards that are leaving your hand now. And what do you get out of it? You get to special 1 level 1 monster from your hand or deck. So you ditch 2 cards to special summon 1? Sounds pretty trash to me, right? Right? No. This card is limited for a reason. There are so many good level 1s, and you can just free special summon them, which is wild. Getting a monster on board for free? For relatively free, I mean, it's not free. You're paying 2 cards, but still, it's really good. Because you get to pull it from deck, it can be whatever you want as long as it's level 1, and that's a giant card pool. That's the deal. The deal is that there's just so many good level 1s that you can easily make up that advantage. Here's the deal. We run 4 Mud Skipper along with 1 for 1. So let's say we have 1 for 1 in hand. We have a monster and we have 4 Mud Skipper in deck. So we activate 1 for 1. We pitch the monster we have in hand. We have no cards in hand. We take the 4 Mud Skipper. We special summon it for free. Its effect says, if this card is sent to the graveyard as Link material, you can add a level 5. Wait, no. Wait, okay, yeah. So here's the deal. It was special summoned. We don't lose our normal summon. That's the deal. This card is on board. And if it's used as Link material, we get a search. So, we are down 2 cards. We have this thing on board. We Link summon into a Link 1. We have 2. Why don't we use them? Actually, no. This one is a non-Link Adignister, so we use Lingaribo. We've got to use Lingaribo. We summon Lingaribo on top of it. We activate its effect. We trigger it. And now, what you've got is a search for a Parallel Exceed. At that point, you're probably going to do some sort of play along with your Link 1. So I guess you kind of need 1 more card. But then you use the whole Parallel Exceed combo and get 2 cards on board. Which means you gave up 2 cards, but you got 2 cards on board. And now you're going to use those, like, it's in a better position. It's very effective. I'm pretty sure there are way worse ways to break 1 for 1. It's useful in this deck, but it's not broken. What else, though? I like to run... I forget what the card is. Called by the Grave? It's not Called by the Grave. Well, Called by the Grave is nice. We can throw 1 Called by the Grave in there. The one I'm thinking about is the card that... it means your opponent can't use any effects that turn. Hold on, give me a second to look it up. because it's very important for the tech. I say is I think we only probably get to run like one of them, but it's very helpful because this deck generally wants to not worry about the opponent. My deck's at Ignister. What do we got? Ooh, oh, there's so many more cards that I need to talk about. Dark Ruler no more. That's what it is. Dark Ruler no more. We run 3 of them things. Because negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end phase. Also for the rest of this turn. After this card resolves, your opponent takes no damage. That's pretty heckin' spicy. That means turn 2 we can still play. We want that card. On top of that, we have Balancer Lord. Balancer Lord is really cool. It's a generic Cyberse. What it does is once per turn you can pay 1,000 life points. Yes, we're down for paying 1,000 life points. It's not a big deal. During your main phase this turn, you can normal a Cyberse monster in addition to your normal summoner set. We get a second normal summon. That's great. We love getting extra normal summons. In addition to your normal summoner set, you can only gain this effect once per turn. If this card is banished, you can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You can only use this effect of Balancer Lord once per turn. I believe we have a way to banish this card as well. Is it wicked? How do you spell wicked? How do you spell wicked? I didn't put it in the deck. My other deck. Hold on. Sunder, you're wrong. That's not how it's spelled. Let me just Cyberse W. Oh, there's 2 C's in its name? So, yeah, right, like what? Cyberse Wicked? W-I-C-C-K-I-D? Yeah, Cyberse Wicked. We run him because he's a tuner searcher. Two link markers, down and down right. He's a wicked kid, yeah. I guess so. I don't get how that's important, how that relates to being like a Cyberse wizard dude. Anyway, this Link Summon card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Cyberse monsters this card points to cannot be destroyed by card effects. If a monster's special item was zoned this card points to, this is the effect we want. While you control this monster, except during the damage step, you can banish a Cyberse from your graveyard. Did you hear that? We can banish a Cyberse in our graveyard. You can banish a Cyberse in your graveyard and add a Cyberse tuner from your deck to your hand. Aw, that's pretty cool. Cyberse Wicked is down for searching your Burudu. That's what you need it for. We run 2 Burudu. I don't know if it's better to have 1 or not. You pretty much don't want to run 3, I think. I don't think it's good enough to run 3. Canuck. Shuri would be the kind of person I would ask to tell me a bedtime story. Aww. Wait, I love that. Thank you. I feel like I need more stories because I don't have a heck of a lot of stories, but I can like talk forever if you get me talking on a topic I like to talk about. If you can't tell, how long has this stream been going for? A while. We've been talking about adding Nisters for over an hour. Sunder, this is the story of Pot of Greed. Boy howdy. There is a story about Pot of Greed. There's so many Pot of Greed cards, like that would be a legitimately interesting idea, but I'm pretty sure people have done it already. Look it up on YouTube, I'm sure it exists. Roasty, it's Fishspicable. Is that supposed to be for Formud? Canuck, it's a portmanteau of Wicca and Kid. What is Wicca? Wait, oh, Wicca! Wicca! Oh! Wait. Oh, I like that a heck of a lot. Wicca is like witch stuff. Yeah, witch stuff. I know, I know that exists. I used to be in what was it? It was a Reddit community called Witches Against the Patriarchy, I think, or like something vaguely like that. Witches Against something. It was such a funny time. I don't know. I just liked seeing witches. Sunder, what? That's hilarious. Yeah, don't mind me being a witch. I kinda, high-key, I kinda wanna do like a separate model by October. I can't believe I might put myself through this. But I might try to make a separate, like, super edgy October look. Just for fun, because I'm all about witches. Like, so much. If I wasn't a mermaid, I would have been a witch. Let's just say that. But yeah, like, I don't, like, take witch stuff seriously. But I do kind of like, just, like, seeing... I just kind of, like, was interested in seeing the people who did take it seriously. It was interesting. Yeah, don't mind me. My most formative years were watching H2O Don't Add Water and Kiki's Delivery Service. I don't know if I would be the girl I am today without those two pieces of media in my life. I don't even know if I'd be a girl if not for that. But enough of that. Cyber's wicked. I like him so much more now that I know it's Wicca and Kid. That's cool. Also, Cyber's Witch is cool. She does ritual stuff. So Cyber's Wicked is our link to for searching tuners. That's the thing we like to do. We're really running out of room. We have like one card left. Honestly, we should do some test hands after this, I guess, just to show how it works. We need Cyber's Quantum. Give me Cyber's Quant. Cyber's Quantum Dragon is good. Cyber's Q, give me the dragon. And on top of that, we need one card in our main deck. What will that be? I don't see a heck of a lot of options that I didn't have. I guess we run... Let's just run one Ash. Let's just run. Runnin'. Where's... Is Ash not a... Ash Blossom. Okay. Important question. Are you a forehead Ash person? Or a foot Ash person? I love... That's so funny. Ash is like one of the big... I'll just cycle through these for you. Ash is like the big hand trap. It's real good. It's very useful. It got 2 arts. And so now you can use either art. And picking which art you want is a very important choice. Forehead or feet. This is a critical decision. I personally go with her. That's it. Feet, yes, Thunder Feet. Feet is cute. She's heckin' cute. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Farhead Ash looks just a little bit off somehow. I can't place it. I feel like it's something to do with her face. Anyway, that's the deck. We're done. Bye, everyone. I'm kidding. Hello. We're gonna do a test hand now. Look at my super minimalist dual field. Made it myself. Not like it was complicated, it's very minimalist. Let's shrink this down. Now you can see everything, cool. Sunder. But again, my above message. Have mercy. I don't see any message there, Sunder. You said, what? That's hilarious. And then you said feet. See, there's definitely not like 4 missing chat messages in there that say, sure, you have mercy on yourself. You need some time to relax after planning this stream extravagance. Those were not spoken. Roasty. WB. Wait, what is WB? Sunder lies. Canuck, both my animals are sleeping. Aw, cute. Yeah, oh wow, it's late. Let's do some test hands and then wrap it up because damn, I need rest. I'm going out tomorrow too. I need a break. Anyway, so test hands. We are actually in a pretty heckin' good position. We have 3 good Adignisters. We want... Wow, we don't have to search, like, a heck of a lot. So we summon Achichi. Achichi pulls us a card from deck. I think we want to go Hiyari, actually, because it's a free normal summon. Then we go into Dark Infant. Special summon success. You want to activate the effect of Dark Infant Adignister. With this card as Link Summon, you can add an island. Please give us the island. We need the island. Island is critical for this deck. The fact that we have a Link that the Link one that searches the field spell is so good. I love it. I adore it. Dark Infants, you're great. Activate effect. We activate the field spell. Let me just go through the field spell with you because I didn't explain it. Here's what we do. Special summon. What should we special summon? Let's special summon Bikari. Bikari gets to activate its effect. I get to add a card from deck to hand. That's hecka. Then we can just activate that card. And add... What are we gonna add? What Adignister do we not have? I guess Doyon. Not Doyon, Doshin. We're gonna have just all the Adignisters. So now, we link 2. Wicca Boy. Now there's no cards in our main monster zone. Guess what we get to do? Adignister Island. Special. Special. Doyon. Special success. Trigger the effect. Yes, please. We are going to trigger. Okay, so Doyon, when it's specialed, you can target an Adignister in your graveyard, add it to your hand. We're going to activate that first. What are we going to add to our hand? We normaled our Achichi. Give me Achichi. Now, Wicked activates its effect. We get to banish from deck. We want to banish Bikari, I think, because we special summoned it already. It's not a big deal. And we get Brutadu. Now we've just got all the Adignisters. Wild. What we want to do... We can't normal summon this. We could synchro if we were able to get this out. I think the deal, though, is we just want to, like, Link climb forever. Link climb forever. Are we gonna go into... Should we have gone into transcode? Debatable. I think we should not have. I made a misplay. We should have gone into... I wish I could, like, undo. What else can we do, though? Now we get to activate islands again. And just special summon the Bururu. And now we get to add... What do we get to do? Send a card to the graveyard. So it's a Foolish Burial for Dunmari, because we want Dunmari in the graveyard. That's where it belongs. So we're like, that's good. Now after that, we can link summon again. Look at this. Link 4, access code talker. We're gonna use transcode. That is 53,000 damage. And now, we get to activate islands again. Guess what we get to do? We get to special summon a monster. We get to special summon a monster. And if we had Dark Fluid, we could probably go into a Link 5. But you know what we get to do? He already special summons itself for free. You know what we get to do? Doyon special summons itself for free. This deck is busted. I adore this deck so much. And I just did suboptimal plays. We could have been going into Dark Templar. Okay, so I could go into the Arrival at Ignister. It's a Link 6. That's the highest Link monster we have. It requires over 3 monsters, which is fine, I guess, for a Link 6. It's crazy. This original attack becomes 1,000 times the number of Link materials used. So if we use 4, its original attack becomes 4,000, which is maximum monster levels attack. Once per turn, you can target one of the monsters in the field, destroy it, and if you do special, and add Ignister token. We're specialing more things. But let's try... We're just gonna ditch those cards for now. Just to show off the wild things we can do with Dark Templar. We summon a Dark Infant here. Now we special summon to a zone that Dark Templar points to. Which gets Dark Templar really hot and bothered, and he wants to activate his effect. I don't know why I just said that, oh my god. Special success. Do you want to activate the effect of Dark Templar? He is triggered off of a card being special summoned to one of his zones, which means having Dark Infant is infinitely more useful because you can take it at Ignister and link it into a new one and trigger the effect. But it gets better. This card is like a fan card levels of stupidity. Yes, we are going to activate its effect. We chain the card, it moves to a zone it points to, and then we change its attribute to Divine. So it moves out of the way, off of this triggered effect, and then it changes type. So now, guess what I get to do? Just take a guess. Take a guess. Take a heckin' stab at it. That's 3 more monsters. That's 3 more monsters. And now we get to special summon with them. There's a Cyber's Quantum Dragon. Then Bururu activates its effect, and I get to special summon a Doyon because I used it as material. Can you believe this? What else can we even special summon? Damn. Splash Mage. We can summon a Splash Mage and activate its effect, which special summons a monster from the graveyard. If only we had a Picari, we could have gone into an Xyz monster, but we don't because we banished it, but that's okay. We call back the Hiyari. And then we can special summon again. This deck, my man. It's wild. Canuck, I found a cute GIF showing the differences between shrimps and prawns, but Tumblr won't let me post it. What the heck? That's pretty rude. Pretty rude of Twitter, not Tumblr. I don't know where you could put it, but I'd love to see it. Anyway, let's restart. That was one hand. You don't even know how wild this deck is. We didn't even do a parallel exceed combo that time. This is actually really good going second hand because we have not Call to the Grave actually, never mind. Normal success, Picari. Picari searches. We're a fan of searching. We search our Picari. Oh wait, no. Achichi searches Picari. Achichi becomes a Lingaribo. We special summon a parallel exceed. The special triggers the effect. We special another one. What else do I do here? We can go Light Dragon, but I don't think I want to. I think I made the misplay of going into Lingaribo instead of Dark Infant. I think that was a misplay. And I think I parallel exceeded too early. That's okay. What can we do? Let's just try Wicked. Yeah, we can't special. Should have used Splash Mage. That's okay. Wicked to a zone it points to. And we still end on an access code talker. With 5,300 attack. I mean, that was a terrible play. But access code talker is good. Canuck, I posted it in Sun's Discord. I added you. Thank you. Wow, we have 2 parallel exceeds. That's kind of not useful. But we have Island, which is nice. We're gonna Picari. Picari gives us a search. We search I Met You. We're gonna use Fire Phoenix off of I Met You to get Achichi. Give us that fiery boy. We love him. Achichi gets to be normal summoned after we summon Dark Infant. Dark Infant is the play. We're just gonna add an island to hand because we can. Why not? And next, see, this is where eye contact becomes important, because now it's actually playable to run eye contact. Because now your field spell is searchable. Very, very stupidly easy. So all you need is one island, an eye contact in hand, and you basically get to draw 3. Huh? 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 Please tell me that's not busted. It's wild. Anyway, island activates, and we get to summon a Picari. Achichi, I confuse them. Trigger Achichi. Search me and add Ignister. I think we want Doyon for card recovery. And then we go into a Link 2. Here's the deal. We want to special to a zone, right? Special to a zone. Do we play Parallel Exceed? I'm not sure. I think we do not. I think we island first. And we summon Burudu. Do we summon Burudu? I think we should have summoned Doyan. Special trigger effect. Sure. Foolish Burial with Burudu. And then we're gonna banish one. Let's banish our Dark Infant and see how that goes. To draw another Burudu. And send a card to the graveyard. We're gonna send Donmari. Donmari, get in there. Sunder, by the way, I've been awake since 8 a.m. EST. Make sure nothing stood in the way of me attending your stream. Oh my god, Sunder. Thank you for being around. I appreciate it so much. I too was up at like 8. What are we gonna do? I think we link. Do we link? I'm unsure because we should have had Doyan. I think. I don't know. I need to get better at my Adignister plays. I think we link 3 into transcode. And then we special Doyan. We activate Doyan and we get to add a card to our hand. I want to say that's Achichi, but I'm not sure. And then I guess access code toggle. I don't know, we don't have 2 down pointing arrows. So, damn. Is all I know how to do is talk on my phone, eat spicy chip, and summon access code? I'm so sorry. I am ashamed of myself. I am not a good Adignister player. What am I activating? Doyan? Oh yeah, because we get to add a card. Wait, so what did Parallel Exceed trigger off of? If you link summon, you can special this card to a zone. Oh! Oh, that's easier than I thought it was. If you just link summon, you get to summon a Parallel Exceed. Busted. We're gonna get the Parallel Exceed from our deck. Summon it. And why don't we just go for a Light Dragon? Easy. And even that is like not even good. That's not even like a great end board. Plus, okay, there's so many things you can do with this. Like, you can do rituals. There's a ritual-focused Adignister. Or, like, there's, like, a ritual engine that you can put into it. There's also the Disciples. Link Devotee and Link Disciple. That lock you out of Link 3 and higher. But they, like, do a whole heck of a lot of plays. They are wild. There's a couple different variants you can play this deck. And it gets wild no matter what you play. It's so good. But yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. I think I should probably wrap up. God, I have been streaming for forever. It has been a day. Who's streaming? Toto Hex is still streaming. Oh, hell yeah. Weird rating Toto Hex because they are learning Yu-Gi-Oh! I need to sleep, but I am gonna be, like, in this chat. Who's ready? Are you ready for the Slash raid? Okay, here we go. The copy. What are they doing? They're like legitimately learning Yu-Gi-Oh! They're doing what we're doing right now, which is so cool. So give them a shout. Hi, I will probably be there too because I can't not be involved, I guess. Thank you all so much for coming though. I had a great time. It was a great birthday. Thank you all for the support. No matter how long you stayed, it was great. Thank you so much and have a great night. I love you all. Bye.